1800 hours, Pakistan Standard Time. Assalamu alaikum. This is Radio Pakistan. The news read by Farzana Khan. First, the headlines. Prime Minister has emphasized on maximizing efforts for COVID-19 vaccination as part of proactive measures against the spread of new variant Omicron. Advisor on Finance has expressed confidence that trade deficit will shrink and national economy will further strengthen with increase in exports and remittances. Pakistan has allowed Afghan trucks carrying life-saving medicines provided by India to Afghanistan from Wagah border to Torkham. A report released on the occasion of International Day of Persons with Disabilities being observed today has urged global community to take notice of India's inhuman act of disabling Kashmiris in illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir. In Afghanistan, the interim Taliban government has issued a special decree asking the Afghan authorities to take serious actions to safeguard and enforce women's rights. The United Arab Emirates has signed an agreement to purchase 80 Rafale fighter warplanes from France. And now the news in detail. Prime Minister Imran Khan has directed the district governments to initiate deterrent legal action in cases of harassment or attacks on polio workers. Chairing a meeting in Islamabad today, he reiterated upon synergizing routine immunizations with anti-polio campaigns. The Prime Minister emphasized on maximizing efforts for COVID-19 vaccinations as part of proactive measures against the spread of new variant Omicron. Commending the efforts made by the workers of polio eradication teams, he said these workers are performing a national service and deserve special appreciation. Meanwhile, talking to advisor on overseas Pakistanis Ayub Khan Afridi in Islamabad, Prime Minister Imran Khan said overseas Pakistanis are a precious asset of the country. The Prime Minister directed for making community welfare attaché system effective and efficient to ensure the welfare of overseas Pakistanis. The meeting discussed matters pertaining to dual nationality with Spain and issuance of visa to Pakistanis living abroad without Pakistan origin card. Minister for Industries and Production Khusro Bakhtiar called on Prime Minister Imran Khan in Islamabad today and gave a detailed briefing on the production capacity of fertilizers in the country. The minister also briefed the Prime Minister about the steps taken to facilitate the large manufacturing industry and export industry. Advisor on Finance Shaukat Tareen has expressed the confidence that trade deficit will shrink and national economy will further strengthen with increase in exports and remittances. Addressing a joint news conference flanked by Advisor on Commerce Abdul Razak Dawood in Islamabad today, he said the economic fundamentals are heading in the right direction with 36% increase recorded in revenues. He said the agriculture products, including sugarcane, have witnessed enhanced production in the country. Speaking on the occasion, Advisor on Commerce Razak Dawood said national exports are increasing both in quantity and value. He said record exports of $2.9 billion were registered during the last month, adding that exports will touch $3 billion mark this month. Minister for Information and Broadcasting Chaudhry Fawad Hussain says the opposition's decision to boycott the meeting of Parliamentary Committee on National Security is regrettable. In a tweet today, he said it is for the first time in 7 decades that a government is going to present its security policy before the Parliament. The minister urged the opposition to avoid politicizing the issue, review its decisions and participate in the meeting. This is Radio Pakistan giving you the news. President Dr. Arif Alvi says facilitating the persons with disabilities is our social responsibility to bring them to the national mainstream. He was addressing an event organized at the Aivani Sadr today to mark the International Day of Persons with Disabilities. The President said the government has taken special initiatives for persons with disabilities to in view of the emerging needs of time, referring to the monthly financial assistance being given to disabled persons under the SRS program, the President stressed the need for assessment of different kinds of disabilities and maintaining proper record of these persons to accommodate them in an effective way. Addressing a ceremony in Islamabad today to mark International Day of Persons with Disabilities, Speaker, National Assembly Asad Kaisar said the government is taking bold steps to protect all legal rights of persons with disabilities. He assured the government's full support to all existing and new NGOs which are working for the rights of persons with disabilities, lauding the role of media in creating awareness for the rights of PWDs. He urged the people to be more responsible in giving respect to this segment of the society. Pakistan has allowed the Afghan trucks for transportation of 50,000 metric tons of wheat and life-saving medicines provided by India to Afghanistan from Wagah border to Torkham. The decision was taken to further facilitate transportation of humanitarian assistance to Afghanistan and was conveyed to the Charge d'Affaires of India today at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. The Indian government was also urged to proceed quickly to take necessary steps to expeditiously undertake the delivery of the humanitarian assistance to Afghanistan. The Taliban Supreme Leader Haibullah Khanzada has issued a special decree regarding women's rights and directed the relevant authorities to take actions to safeguard these rights. In a statement, the Afghan caretaker government spokesman Zabiullah Mujahid said Taliban leadership has directed all relevant organizations, religious scholars and tribal elders to take serious action to enforce women's rights. In Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir, the brutal torture methods employed by the Indian troops, like firing of pellets on peaceful protesters, have rendered thousands of Kashmiris disabled for life, including over 200 losing eyesight. A report released by Kashmir Media Service on the occasion of International Day of Persons with Disabilities being observed today said among the most brutal tactics used by the Indian troops to disable the Kashmiris include firing of bullets, pellets and tear gas shells during anti-India protests. The Indian brutal forces also torture the innocent Kashmiri people by resorting to severe beatings, electric shocks, crushing the leg muscles with wooden roller, burning with heated objects, and hanging upside down in interrogation centers. The United Arab Emirates signed a record €14 billion contract to purchase 80 French-made Rafale warplanes and committed billions of euros in other deals as President Emmanuel Macron kicked off a Gulf tour today. In a statement, the French presidency said the agreement of biggest international order ever made for the Rafale jets was signed in Dubai by Dassault Aviation Director General Eric Trappier. President Macron also held talks with Abu Dhabi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Zayed on the first day of his visit to the UAE. The UAE also agreed to buy 12 Caracal military transport helicopters. The World Health Organization has urged people to remain vigilant against the spread of potentially more transmissible new Omicron coronavirus variant. In a statement, the WHO Regional Director for the Western Pacific, Takeshi Kasai, said many countries are reporting detection of Omicron increasing daily. He said that information suggests that Omicron may be more transmissible than other variants. He warned that blanket travel bans can delay the entry of the Omicron variant but will not prevent it. The variant has now been found up to 30 countries. The US and several other countries have banned travel from 8 southern African countries to keep the Omicron variant out of their shores. In the United States, 10 cases of the Omicron variant has been detected in California, Colorado, Minnesota, New York, and in Hawaii. And now cricket. The second and last test of two-match series between Pakistan and Bangladesh will begin at Dhaka from tomorrow. The match will start at 9 a.m. Pakistan Standard Time. Pakistan lead the two-match series by 1-0. And finally, we have the weather report. Mainly cold and dry weather is expected in most parts of the country during the next 12 hours. However, smog and fog is likely to decrease in plain areas of Punjab during morning hours, while light rain with winds is expected in Potawar region, northeast Punjab, Upper Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, and during evening and night. And that is the end of the news. For more news and analyses, log on to our website radio.gov.pk and also watch live video streaming of our bulletins on the link facebook.com/Radio Pakistan News Official.